Broadcasting to millions from webmasterradio.fm's world headquarters.
Webmasterradio.fm proudly presents the longest running program on affiliate marketing, celebrating 500 episodes. Welcome to the Affiliate Buzz 500. Our hosts, James and Arlene Martell, are here to inspire, inform, and rev up your motor with expert insight, interviews, and information that will rev up your bottom line. Accelerate your affiliate marketing efforts every week on Affiliate Buzz, now holding at pole position, going pedal to the metal. Behind the wheel of his 1965 Shelby Cobra, here's James and Arlene.
Well, yes, this is James Martell, and welcome to edition number 500 of the Affiliate Buzz, where we've been keeping affiliates inspired, informed, and motivated to succeed with affiliate programs since way back in 2003. If you happen to be joining us here live today at webmasterradio.fm, it's great to have you with us. If you're joining us through a podcast on your smartphone, tablet, computer, or Wi-Fi radio, a very special welcome to you as well. And yes, I am here with Arlene for this very special edition of the Affiliate Buzz to celebrate our 500th episode. I think we'll begin by having a little look back to the early days of the Buzz. And then we do have a very special treat for you today. Arlene sent out an email, unbeknownst to me, to quite a number of leading experts in the affiliate marketing industry to ask them for a shout out, which was very nice, I must say, and for their number one tip for winning big for you in affiliate marketing. Now, before we dig in, just a little heads up that you can now also find the Affiliate Buzz and our other shows, including Podcasting Mastery and the Smarter Local Marketing Podcast on YouTube, with a collection of very attractive graphics to help you wander your way through the various episodes. And you can get a quick link to that at jamesmartell.com/YouTube. Be sure to check it out and be sure to hit the subscribe button. Now, Arlene, 500 episodes.
I can't believe it. I was thinking about that this morning, thinking 500 episodes. That's a lot of shows, a lot of podcasts. So congratulations on that, James.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And it's obviously been a labor of love, something I enjoy spending a lot of time on. And it was great for you to send out those emails. I appreciate that a lot. I'm looking forward to letting the listeners have a listen to the tips. Of course, we're always looking for ways to create income online, especially doing something that we love and spending more time with our families, spending more time with the grandkids, whatever your goals happen to be. Of course, having a nice recurring income with a business that's not too heavy, a business that allows you the freedom of time, is a very nice thing. So I'm looking forward to playing those tips. So I was kind of thinking back to when we began the Buzz, just to kind of put it in perspective when it all started. I remember back in the early days, if we go back to 2003, that was actually the very first year of Affiliate Summit.
Wow.
And you and I never attended that event, but we did attend in 2004 on the cruise ship. But the 2003 version was, I've heard about it many times. It was held in New York City at a college. And I think if I recall correctly, they had somewhere in the neighborhood of 75, maybe 100 people attending.
Right. Compared to what it is today.
Absolutely. With what it is today, we're at two major events. They've got satellite events as well, but the two biggies, one in Vegas in January, and then typically early August in New York City, with both events in the neighborhood of 5,000 or 6,000 people. So it's grown considerably. Another thing, another notable for 2003 was when Google launched, and you'll remember this, the Google AdSense program.
Yes, I do remember that.
That was quite a thing at the time, and I know we jumped on it, as did many affiliates, and we did extremely well with it. So looking back on that with fond memories, do you remember where we were with kids back at that point?
In 2003. So let's see, Victoria would have been 8 years old, and then the other 3 would have been teenagers. So we would have been living here in the White Rock area. And yeah, we still would have had all 4 kids at home still. Amazing.
Yeah, now they're married. All of them are out of the house living on their own. 3 are married. With now we have 4 grandkids and 2 on the way, and I think I have a few more gray hairs to prove it as well.
Well, they have your rap, James, that's for sure.
They do. And then Victoria, our youngest one, is at the time she was in grade 3, and I actually remember getting her on one of the very early editions of The Buzz. And we had just returned from Disneyland, and it was her first trip. And I had a chance to basically interview her about Minnie Mouse and all the things that she did and how much she.
That.
Yeah, so I should have actually dug that up. Maybe we'll have a future episode.
Dug that one up. That would have been a good one to play today.
That was a very good one.
Yeah.
So the early days of The Buzz, it was interesting. I sometimes people ask me, why did we start it? And it was actually basically started to solve a problem that we were having. And this was in pretty much the summer fall of 2003. I'd launched the Affiliate Marketer's Handbook, just to give maybe new listeners a little bit of background. I launched a training manual called the Affiliate Marketer's Handbook, actually 11 years ago to the day. On May 10th, 2002, we launched the Affiliate Marketer's Handbook, and it didn't sell very well for that summer. So it was May, June, July, August, and maybe even that same Disney trip where we talked to Victoria. Could be. Yeah. As we were coming back through the border, back into Canada, I get a phone call from Charles Johnston, who was my editor on the book, and he was actually also handling sales, and sales had just literally took off. And what happened was 3 industry veterans had written a very favorable review on the book. It was Alan Gardine, Michael Campbell, and Phil Wiley, and they sent it out to their list, and sales literally exploded. And literally, we never looked back from that.
Looked back. That was amazing.
And so that book ended up selling 5,500 copies at $167 US, which equated to be about $250 each US times 5,500 copies. So it was substantial. Yeah. Especially when you look back to the early days. It was still pretty Wild West. That's 2002. There were still a lot of dial-up connections around. Not everybody had high speed by any stretch. And it was I wouldn't say it was wild West, but it was still pretty wild. And then so fast forward a year from there into the mid 2003, then we had literally students all over the world, thousands of them. And what happened was they all wanted some input. They wanted questions, or they had this or that, or provide some feedback, or just to generally reach out. And of course, with that number of people, you just can't do it. And there was no Facebook at the time, and it just wasn't that easy to do that type of thing back then. So what we had did was one day I was just chatting with Charles on the phone, and he goes, and we're just talking business, talking about the affiliate space. I don't even remember what the conversation was, but at the end of the conversation, he goes, "Man, I wish we would have recorded that. Your students would have loved it. And you could give this with me for a week. I want to, I get an idea." A week later, he comes back to me and presents me with this idea to do a twice-a-month audio newsletter called The Affiliate Buzz, where we could keep affiliates inspired, informed, and motivated to succeed with affiliate programs and send it out to our students. And he came back with that. I was in, absolutely. And keep in mind, this was now 2003, early 2004. Podcasting hadn't started yet. They hadn't sold the first iPod, so we hadn't even, the phrase hadn't even been coined yet. So it was very early on. And at the time, again, back to not everybody had high speed. It was about 50-50. So we had to do a low band version, high band version, and a streaming version of the audio, just so people could download it to the computer. So very, very early on. Since then, of course, there's been literally millions and millions and millions of downloads of the Affiliate Buzz. And I think we're in something like 180 countries now. So it's been quite a ride.
I remember, James, that you mentioned that when you first got started, you were we were thinking, well, this isn't going to last very long. We don't really have content to keep this going.
That's totally true.
Show 500.
We Charles and I were under the impression we probably had enough content that we could keep it going for about 6, maybe 7 months at the latest, or at the most. And of course, looking back on it now, literally that of course turned out not to be true.
Right. And I know that one of the other cool things is we've recorded these buzzes from all over the world. So if we happen to be traveling, we still got hooked up and was still able to record them. I remember recording them in New York City and in Maui, in Texas, all kinds of different places. So that's pretty cool.
On cruise ships.
Yep.
Yeah. So we still to this day record it wherever we happen to be. We don't necessarily have to be home to do it. So it's one of the benefits of the net by far. So let's do this. I can see we're coming up against the break. Before we get into a break, though, let's what do we got for time here? Let's get Brasco, if we could, to pull up one of these audios that have been sent in. This one happens to be from Brooke Schaff. He is literally a very true industry pioneer. Veteran for sure, and absolutely a leader in the industry. And he's the CEO of FMTC, which specializes in aggregating affiliate content and making it available to affiliates and bloggers through a series of specialized tools and services. So let's have a listen to what Brooke had to say. And some of these I haven't heard yet, so I'm kind of looking forward to them myself.
Hello, this is Brooke Schaff with FMTC, the DL database for affiliate marketers. A great big congratulations to longtime affiliate marketer James Martell for 500 episodes of the Affiliate Buzz. I remember meeting James in 2000 or 2001 at one of my first CJUs in Santa Barbara, almost 20 years ago. A tip on growing a business that I'd like to share is to use assessments in your hiring. While this may not sound very sexy, you will save yourself a lot of headaches by knowing in advance if someone can handle repetitive work, relationships, detailed work, you name it. James, congrats again, and here's to many happy returns.
Well, thanks back to Brooke, and a shout out to FMTC. I know we've had a chance to chat on the Buzz about their specialized set of tools, and definitely have a listen to that. But we've also Brooke brings up a good point. One of the things that's been such an advantage to us in the industry is attending literally dozens and dozens and dozens of events and getting to know the most amazing people and being able to network and learn from them and just basically see their successes, which happens to motivate us, and I know others. When you see somebody else doing it so well, you know if you can have the same level of success or even a portion of it, you can do extremely well. And already, I don't know how many events you've been to, but literally dozens and dozens as well. Most of the time you're with me and the people that we've met in this industry.
Hey, I have to share a story about that. This reminds me, we were in Vegas, and I remember that the conference room was at the very top of this really long escalator, and you and I had just left our room, and we were on that escalator on our way up to the conference, and we were talking back and forth, and someone from down below goes, "Hey, you guys are from the Affiliate Buzz. I recognize your voices." So I thought that was hilarious. I'll never forget that. It was like, oh my goodness, he might have not recognized our face, but he recognized our voice.
Yes, that's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. I remember that. That was actually at Caesar's Palace for Affiliate Summit. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, so let's do this. I can see we're up against the break. Let's take a quick break, and then we're going to dig into some more of these tips that have come in so generously from the leadership of the industry. We'll do that and more right after the break.
More Affiliate Buzz coming up after we hear from our sponsors.
AM Days 2018 comes to Las Vegas, May 16th and 17th. Register now at amdays.com. Make the most of your performance marketing with help from some of the most iconic brands, including Microsoft, Capital One, Uber, Backcountry, and many more. AM Days 2018 brings together a powerhouse of industry leaders and deal makers to network and share insights on the latest practices and cutting-edge updates in performance marketing and more. Make plans to be in Las Vegas for our landmark 10th event, AM Days 2018 Las Vegas, May 16th and 17th. Webmaster Radio listeners can save 20% on 2-day and combo passes using promo code WMR20. Register now at amdays.com.
Are you looking for the best in WordPress speed, security, and scalability? WP Engine is a digital experience platform for WordPress, powering digital experiences for large brands around the world. With easy-to-use site management tools and powerful do-it-your-way development features, WP Engine gives you the flexibility to build it your way. Improve your SEO and conversion rates with a faster site on WP Engine. Learn more on WPEngine.com.
Do you look at the task of ranking your site at the top of the search engines like you would climbing the top of Mount Everest? It doesn't have to be. TopSEOs.com knows how hard that climb can be, and they can make top ranking a reality. Top SEOs sends you to only the right search vendors and agencies that they know will work for you. Since 2002, TopSEOs.com has reviewed and researched the best search engine marketing agencies and solutions providers. Don't risk the cost of falling off the proverbial peak of search rankings. Let Top SEOs give you peace of mind. TopSEOs.com, the independent authority on search vendors.
WebmasterRadio.fm. Take your hat off, kick your feet up, and log into the feed. We're here for you 24/7.
Time now to hear some more affiliate buzz on WebmasterRadio.fm. Here's James and Arlene.
Yes, I am here with Arlene, and we're talking about sharing some number one tips from industry leaders for winning big in affiliate marketing, and a little bit about the history of the buzz. And I guess we'll probably wander a little bit into the history of the industry. Before we do that, though, a quick shout out to Brasco, our producer at Webmaster Radio, for the amazing intro that you put together for us at the beginning of the show. And I love your music choice for the break. Awesome. Thank you so much. I know you put a wonderful logo together for us as well, which we'll be definitely displaying for the next while for sure. So thanks to Brasco. Much appreciated. Now, since we've been talking and kind of mentioned Affiliate Summit, I think what we should do is play the clip from Sean Collins. But before we do that, let me kind of preface it a little bit. I remember meeting Sean over the telephone for the very first time, probably around 2002, maybe late 2001, but probably 2002-ish, somewhere in there. And he was talking to me about this idea of putting together an affiliate marketing event that has now grown into be this most amazing industry-leading event that has basically helped grow this industry, because there's just a meeting place twice a year where we can all gather in. So, but we're going to go back to the beginning when we talked about that initial affiliate summit with 75 people, whereas today 10,000 plus per year. Pretty amazing. So, but let's hear what Sean Collins had to say.
Hey James, this is Sean Collins from Affiliate Summit. Just wanted to say congratulations on 500 episodes. That's an amazing feat. And so cool, all the information you've shared all this time, all the people you've helped. That's such a very cool thing. And I want to thank you from me personally, and on behalf of so many people in the industry that you've helped over the years, and all your information. And you're just such a legend in the industry, dating back to the early days. All the great stuff you've done, it's tremendous. And I often go back and I watch that video you made from 2004 at one of the first affiliate summits. And it's the only video that exists of that event. And it's fun to go back in that little time capsule and see things. So thank you for that. Thank you for so many things. As far as a tip for some affiliate marketers these days, I have something that's not really as tactical, but I think it's very helpful for people that are trying to forge their way. And it's just 2 words: persistence and patience. I think a lot of people give up on cool ideas before they really happen. They want to quote unquote get rich quick. They want to make things happen so fast, and they don't just stop and just try to develop something. So give it a chance to really grow and happen, and I think you have a good shot at it, because a lot of people give up before they should. So that's it from me. Have an awesome day, and thank you for everything.
Well, there we go, and that's thanks to Sean. And thank you, Sean, for the event. It's grown into be literally a masterpiece that has changed people's life literally all over the world. And he mentioned the video, Arlene. Do you remember the cruise, 2004?
I do remember. And I remember that the boat was really choppy. They had to close the swimming pools because water was sloshing back and forth.
It was.
Yeah. And I remember some of the people that we met there that are still around today, and we've become very good friends with.
And so many of them have grown into absolutely multi-millionaires. And they haven't lost their friendliness and their desire to share and help. And that's another reason, Affiliate Summit is so good. You get to rub elbows with all of those who've kind of, as they say, have come before. And that cruise was an interesting cruise. It was from New York City to Halifax. So we actually had to get our passports to get back into Canada, being Canadians, but on the other coast. So let's now pull up maybe let's bring up Jonathan Miller. Jonathan Miller, he's hilarious. He's out of South Africa. He owns an affiliate network called Forge, and we'll definitely have links to everybody in the show notes, so you can keep an eye open for those. But he had a problem getting on the boat. He had a problem with his passport getting into the U.S., which delayed him a little bit. He eventually got on that same cruise, but that goes again way back to 2004. So let's hear from Jonathan.
Hey there, James. Jonathan from South Africa here. Congratulations on your 500th episode. It's been epic to listen to your advice. Always good to hear you bringing new affiliates into the industry. My one piece of advice for new affiliates, listen to every single piece of advice that James has given you over the years and pick a niche. Pick a niche and stick to it. Find something you love, find something you're passionate about, and stick with it for the long haul. Obviously, make sure it's something you can make money from. Aside from that, James, wonderful. Keep up the great work. The entire affiliate community thanks you for your hard efforts and hard works. And from all of us at offerforge.com, keep it up, man. We love your work.
Well, that's a humbling experience to hear from these guys say that. I got to say, it's almost a little overwhelming. It's very nice to hear that. So, hey, let's maybe bring up, I can see we got a bit of a trend here. Roy Weissman, we didn't meet him at that early on. We met him a few years later, and he happens to be from New York City as well. And Roy and his wife Fran and their new baby, very good friends of ours. Love them to death. We've gone on some amazing walks through the neighborhoods of New York City with those two, haven't we?
Oh, he's hilarious. He's such a great guy.
Yeah, great guy, great wife, great family all around. So let's hear from Roy.
So this is Roy Weissman from octopusonline.com, and I want to congratulate James on making it to the 500th episode of Affiliate Buzz. I think only The Simpsons has more than 500 episodes, and the best affiliate tip I could give for all the listeners is to listen to James. He's taught so many people so much great stuff. He really understands the business, and understanding the business as someone who actually does it. So congratulations, James, and best wishes for the next 500.
Wow, that's awesome. Shout out back to Roy. Thank you so much. Muchly appreciated. And you can hear a little bit of his humor even right there with The Simpsons. We literally walked the streets with him a few times. You don't even have to say a word. He just entertains. He shows you around the city and he talks. And it's hilarious.
Great.
All right, so let's flip over to somebody that's a little newer in the business, Tequila Doddard. We had her on a very recent episode of The Buzz. I think the last edition, actually, 499.
I actually just noted that today.
Wonderful. She lives on the island of Guam with her husband in the beautiful South Pacific, and she proves hands down that you literally can build a business from anywhere, providing you got a computer and an internet connection. So let's hear from, and her name, yes, her name really is Tequila.
I remember reading so many books, buying into so many courses, continuing to listen to so many podcasts and learn. But there was something holding me back from applying everything I had taken in. I knew all the right moves. I had all the awesome experience, but I wasn't implementing. Why was I not? Because I was standing in my own way. I'm here to tell you, everyone's journey will be different. Your journey is yours, and you will have to start your own course and steer it in your direction, because no one will ever believe in your dream more than you. To ultimately stand out and be you, know who you are. Know your why. Know your dream. Know your financial freedom number, because everyone's is different. Remember, it's okay to be different, because it's in our differences we are great. So tell your stories, share your experiences, help others, and live your best life. I'm Tequila Doddard with Stand Out Be You, where you don't have to be perfect, you just have to be you. James and Arlene, I have always been a huge fan, and it's such a pleasure to celebrate episode number 500 with you. Wow. I am raising my virtual glass and hailing to you a huge congratulations and many more happy days ahead.
Well, Tequila, we'll raise the glass back to you, and thank you so much for that. And she has an amazing podcast. If I could give a little shout out to Tequila at tequiladaughter.com. Be sure to check it out. She talks about what's holding her back, quote unquote. If you find yourself in a position where you've got the knowledge and you know what to do, but you're just not moving forward, definitely go snuggle up to her podcast, and you'll find that I think she'll help you get on the fast track very quickly. So I can see we are up against another break. Let's do this. When we get back, we're going to hear from Jamie Birch, Janine Crooks, and I believe Ken McCarthy right after this break.
More affiliate buzz coming up after we hear from our sponsors.
AM Days 2018 comes to Las Vegas, May 16th and 17th. Register now at amdays.com. Make the most of your performance marketing with help from some of the most iconic brands, including Microsoft, Capital One, Uber, Backcountry, and many more. AM Days 2018 brings together a powerhouse of industry leaders and deal makers to network and share insights on the latest practices and cutting-edge updates in performance marketing and more. Make plans to be in Las Vegas for our landmark 10th event, AM Days 2018 Las Vegas, May 16th and 17th. Webmaster Radio listeners can save 20% on 2-day and combo passes using promo code WMR20. Register now at amdays.com.
All of your favorite WebmasterRadio.fm programs on air and on demand 24/7. Find our shows on iHeartRadio, iTunes, Stitcher, and anywhere you download your podcasts. Add some podcasts to your playlist as part of a better profit margin. More refreshing talk radio on air and on demand 24/7. Only on WebmasterRadio.fm. We're everywhere.
The Web Marketing Association is now accepting entries for the 2018 International Web Award Competition. Web Marketing Award winners receive an image plaque, certificate of achievement, higher visibility for your company, valuable feedback from our expert judges, and links to your site from the highly ranked Web Award site. Visit www.webaward.org to nominate your company, site, or organization. Deadline for entries is May 31st, 2018. Go to www.webaward.org and sign up today.
Start your search engine and put your servers into overdrive. It's WebmasterRadio.fm, steering you into the winner's circle. WebmasterRadio.fm, we're everywhere.
Time now to hear some more affiliate buzz on WebmasterRadio.fm. Here's James and Arlene.
Yes, it's James Martell here, and I am here with Arlene. We're sharing industry leaders who are sharing their number one tip for winning big in affiliate marketing. Just a shout out as well, too, before we get into the last three, to Darren and Brandy Babin, of course, founders of webmasterradio.fm. And true podcasting pioneers who were kind enough to work with my business manager at the time, Phil Watkins, who I also got to put a shout out to for working with Darren and Brandy to put the agreement together to bring the affiliate buzz to Webmaster Radio back in 2009. So thank you to them, and to Brasco again, our executive producer for the show, who takes such good care of us every Thursday and who's become a very good friend as well. So thank you to Brasco. Now let's move on to Jamie Birch. Jamie's the founder CEO of Jeb Commerce, a OPM, or an outsourced program management company, who takes care of merchants who are looking to develop an affiliate program, and he helps manage their program with his amazing team. So let's hear from Jamie Birch, if we could.
Congratulations, James, on your 500th episode. I can't believe that. It's just incredible. You know, I cannot think of affiliate marketing, my career in the space, or the success of JEB Commerce without thinking of you, James, and what you've done for our industry, what your education has done for my career and the career of so many others, and the advancement of affiliates, and just how many people you've helped generate income and pay their bills and become successful affiliate marketers with all that you do. Congratulations. You're awesome. Keep it up. Can't wait to record something for your 1000th episode. And for a tip for affiliate marketers, what I would say, and I've always said, is start and keep going with what you're passionate about. On those days and those nights when you're tired, you don't feel like you're earning enough, things aren't working, that passion and the love for what you're doing will keep pushing you through. And the other more practical tip, I would say, is to focus on conversion rate optimization, focus on usability. A lot of affiliates don't go that route. Do A/B testing on your pages, on your call-outs, on your buttons, on your calls to action. Test, 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 test. Anyway, James, congratulations on your 500th episode.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jamie. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. One more shout out to Denis Bernicky, who I haven't actually chatted with for a very long time, but Denis was our original producer for the show for the first 5 or 6 years of the Affiliate Buzz. Never missed an episode, always on time. And I got to thank Denis for a big part of that. And he was instrumental behind the scenes in making sure the show notes were right, and the audio was available in the 3 formats of the early days, and that everything went up without a hitch and without my involvement, which I always appreciate. So thanks to Denis Bernicky for the early days. All right, so next, Janine Crooks. Arlene, maybe you could give a little shout out to Janine. I know you know her very well as well.
Yeah, Brad and Janine, they're from Denver, and she's been in the industry for a long time. She knows anything and everything that deal with affiliates, and she's so approachable and so friendly and so knowledgeable. So it was great to get a message back from her.
She's with the AWIN Network, which is a very large affiliate network. If you're looking for programs, definitely reach out to Janine. We've had her on the show many, many times over the years, and she's a wealth of information. And as Arlene says, very approachable. If you need any help of any kind, any one of these people that we're talking to here, you can definitely reach out to them, and we'll make sure all of their contact information is in the show notes. It's a wealth of information and help, so take advantage of it. So let's hear from Janine.
Hi, Janine Crooks here. Learned that introduction from the great James Martell. James, congratulations on your 500th episode of Affiliate Buzz. What an impressive accomplishment. It's a testament to your commitment to our industry. But I wonder if you really know the difference you're making, how many lives you've touched as you and your guests have shared valuable knowledge so freely. People have been able to listen and learn and then build successful websites and podcasts based on your teachings. That's definitely changed incomes, which in turn has changed lives. And that's something very special, something you can be quite proud of. Here's my tip for affiliates. Make sure to keep up on the latest technologies offered by your networks. Sometimes just implementing one of these functionalities can either make your life easier or significantly increase commissions. Keep up the great work, James, and you too, Arlene, and here's to another 500 episodes.
Well, thank you, Janine, and of course to Brad as well. But it's always been great to meet up with you guys. We love you, and thank you so much for saying all of that. Much appreciated. Now, one last shout out. Of course, I have to shout out to my co-host, Arlene. And from time to time, people will say, "Is she real?" Because she does play hide and seek once in a while.
I do.
But we always get her back on, and I know she's a favorite. They love her more than me. So thank you, Honey Buns, for putting up with me on the show. I know you're busy as a bee, and I guess the Affiliate Buzz logo suits you perfectly. And thank you so much for joining me on the show.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, so last one. I'm going to let you introduce Ken McCarthy.
Ken McCarthy, oh my goodness, I love this man. He is a giant in the industry. He is so amazing to listen to. So he is the owner of System Club and System Seminar. We met him at System Seminar in Chicago many, many years ago. And he's another one. He has helped so many people become successful in the industry. And he's just such a great guy. He and I were talking about gardening, and he said, "Do you have my wife's book?" And I said, "No." And he sent it to me. Like, it's just that, like, I'm not kidding. 4 days later, this book shows up on our doorstep, and it's just the most beautiful book that his wife wrote about their garden in Tivoli, where they live. And oh my goodness, I just can't say enough about Ken. He's just so knowledgeable. He's got systems in his head that are so incredible, and he teaches those to people, and they make a remarkable difference in people's lives.
Yeah, Ken is a true industry pioneer, and really a pioneer before most pioneers, quote unquote. He goes right back to the very early days before e-commerce even existed. He held the very first conference on the viability of e-commerce on the internet, and his guest speaker was Mark Andreessen, the founder of Netscape, prior to Netscape. So definitely a thought leader, and always way out in front. So let's, if we could, last one for today, because we're coming up at a time. Let's could we hear from Ken?
Hi, this is Ken McCarthy of the System Club, and I want to congratulate my good friend and colleague James Martell on his 500th podcast. What an amazing accomplishment. I've been teaching internet marketing since 1994, and James is one of my all-time favorite educators. And if you want to succeed in affiliate marketing, my biggest recommendation to you is do what James does. He does 3 things great. Number 1, he's a great self-educator. He's always researching. He's always exposing himself to new ideas. And that's what we all need to do if we want to succeed in this or any other field. Number 2, he's intensely practical. He doesn't let ideas just sit on a shelf. He puts them to use. He works them. He refines them. And truly, that's really the best education of all. And third, he's a great networker. And by that, I mean he reaches out to other people. He encourages them. He supports them. He shares information with them. So congratulations, James, on your 500th podcast. Amazing.
Well, thank you back, Ken, and I've learned more from Ken than probably anybody I've learned from in the whole realm of affiliate and internet marketing. He's a true gem. Check his website out for sure. You can look him up anywhere, the System Seminar, thesystemclub.com, and we'll put some links to his resources as well. And don't let that day go by without subscribing to his newsletter. You'll be very, very happy that you did. Arlene, I can see we are coming up out of time. We have not thanked our listeners. I think I'll push that over to you as well, and then I have something to say as well.
Right. And also, I just wanted a really quick shout out to Matt Frary as well. So left us a beautiful message, but he was 30,000 feet in the air on an airplane, and there was just too much background noise, and we just couldn't clear it. So thank you as well to Matt Frary from Smarter Chaos, another true giant in the industry and a very good friend. But to our listeners, oh my goodness, this show would not exist without you. There's no question about it. I get the emails that come in from the listeners and just the nicest comments. We really do. We really get the nicest, nicest comments. And sometimes we really don't know how people are doing or what they've learned from us. And then all of a sudden an email will come in and they say that we've been able to really make a difference in their life, or just that one tip or that one idea that really just pushed them forward again or got them remotivated. And just being able to meet a lot of our students. And again, these are people, because of our podcast, we're able to call them our friends and meet them at conferences and get to know them a little bit on a deeper level. And I'm just so appreciative. I just can't even begin to thank every one of you that have been listeners to the Buzz, and for the comments and the emails that I get from you. It's very touching to me, and it means a lot to James and I.
And Arlene happens to work in exactly the same office I do, of course. And when they come in, she reads them to me personally. So I always hear them, and I always thank her. And have Arlene handles our email. I'm not much of an email guy, but she always tries to get back to everybody. So keep up the good work. Keep working on your business. Keep your dreams alive. Definitely get out and get after it. And we do really appreciate it. And I appreciate you for listening in a big, big way. And and on that note, as we wrap this up, if you would like to give a shout out and maybe offer up your number one tip to affiliates, or maybe have a success story you'd like to share, you can simply head over to jamesmartell.com/shoutout, and you can record us a quick little message similar to maybe what you heard today. It's about, I think you got 90 seconds, and we'd love to hear from you. We may play it on the air. So if you would like to do that, you're more than welcome to at jamesmartell.com/shoutout. Of course, if there's something here that we mentioned today that you missed, or you need links to any one of the people that who were so kind to leave a note for us or an audio for us as well that we could share today, we have included links to them in the show notes for you, so you can reach out to Brooke or Janine, Jonathan, Ken, Matt, Roy, Sean, or Tequila. So definitely you find links to the show notes, or in the show notes for all of those. If you happen to find yourself in a place where maybe you'd like a little help and you're looking to maybe fast track a website or start a podcast or build an online business, and you'd like to avoid mistakes and maybe fast track those efforts, be sure to reach out to me for a free discovery call, and you can do so at jamesmartell.com/discovery. And a final reminder that if you'd like to be alerted to new episodes each week, and I really hope you do, why don't you take 8 to 10 seconds right now and send a blank email to affiliate_buzz@aweber.com, and you'll be alerted to new episodes each week. It's affiliate_buzz@aweber.com. Arlene, thanks again. And to our listeners, as usual, thank you so much for listening to another edition of the Affiliate Buzz.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the guests and hosts and do not necessarily reflect those of WebmasterRadio.fm's management or sponsors. Any rebroadcast or redistribution without authorized consent of WebmasterRadio.fm is prohibited.